You are now tuned in to the Couples Lounge show.
It's live, it's real, it's entertaining.
That morning show telling you what somebody should have told you about love, marriage, and relationships. Ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
New episodes every Saturday, giving you something to talk about. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? It's your girl, Candace, and this is my sexy husband, Ramon, and we are that dynamic duo of the Couples Lounge show. What up, good people? Hey, P.I., good morning, mama. How y'all doing? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for our guests that are coming on today? Oh, y'all, this is going to be good because I got a lot of questions. I need an understanding. So, yeah, we are excited. Baby, say what's up to the people.
What up?
So, y'all, we're going to go ahead. And hey, Chris, good morning. Y'all let us know where y'all from. Our guest is from the East Coast. Y'all, we're about to talk about, this is the topic, my wife assimilated to me. This is going to be good. This is going to be real good. And yeah, I watched their videos of how they met and all of that. So this is going to be a very interesting conversation. Just two powerful couples having a chit chat like we up in the house with each other. So this is how this conversation finna roll this morning. So y'all, we're going to pay some bills and we're going to be right back with you. Y'all get y'all something to drink. Your mimosas, your orange juice, whatever you do, we'll be right back. This show is brought to you by We Will Win, where we help couples transform their marriage from unhappy and surviving to a power couple that's thriving. We Will Win also supports that individual that wants to evolve into a better version of themselves. Book your free session today at www.wewillwin.as.me. Never settle for less. Always strive for the best.
It's a new level.
Hey, are you ready for the first ever Married Chicks Conference that's about to go down? You don't want to miss it because we are about to pour into you and love on you because you deserve it. And trust and believe you're going to leave on a new level.
March 26th, Married Chicks Conference in Baltimore, Maryland. Married chicks, engaged chicks, chicks in relationships. It's going down. We covering everything. Do not miss out because you will be sorry.
Hey, are you ready? Because we are. The Married Chicks is ready for this conference. Let me tell you something. Get ready to laugh, cry, dance, reflect, and really leave so different than when you came. Peace.
All right. We hope that you married chicks, especially y'all on the East Coast. Make sure you are in the building. You can go to Eventbrite to purchase your tickets. This is going to be an amazing event. And if y'all watched last Saturday, y'all know at the Married Chicks Conference, we're going to be talking about healing from infidelity. We're going to talk about mastering co-parenting and being empowered with your feminine energy. You know, some of us are just so hard in our marriages. We trying to match our husband's energy. We coming with a rowdy batty type personality and style. Like, that ain't gonna mesh well with a husband, is it? That ain't gonna mesh well. So we're gonna have a good time. We got a DJ. So y'all know if I'm there, we dancing. So we're gonna be having a good time. So if you on the East Coast, make sure you in Baltimore on March the 26th. If you are married, engaged, or in a seriously committed relationship, we'll love to see you in the building.
I see my JCC folks are in the building.
And any Texas people, if you want to get in the sky with us, you can join us as well.
Davis?
We do already have one lady that is flying to Baltimore to be at the Married Chicks Conference. So you ready to welcome in our couple?
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to introduce to you all the...
What up, Miss Davis?
The Watsons. All right. Here they come. Y'all ready for a good conversation?
Hello.
What up?
Yeah, I heard them say we country. When Mon started talking, like, oh, they country.
I'm a proud country boy. Let me throw that out there. Proud country boy.
Where y'all located?
We're in Fort Worth,
Texas. We're in Texas.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why you hear this southern drawl.
Yes, and I'm from East Texas.
He from the country for
town.
real.
Yeah. Chill city girl. I'm a country boy.
That's what's up.
So y'all, welcome to the show, Hampton and Sharnice. We are excited to have them on the Couples Lounge on today. Y'all drop a hello, give y'all a round of applause, whatever y'all want to do for this powerful black couple. Y'all ready for a good conversation?
Indeed.
Because I got some questions.
She does. She does.
So, okay, y'all been married for 2 years, right? So I'm gonna start her, and then I'm gonna work our way around because it was interesting to me that you said my wife assimilated to me, which your team became her team. So tell me more. And you said a wife should reflect her husband. So y'all, we finna just jump on in and get on into it. Talk to us about that.
The reflection part.
The assimilated. Start there with me because I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. So assimilation is like you come together in a way, but it's one coming more towards the other, right?
Okay.
And the thing is, I didn't even tell her the topic. I didn't even tell her what I told you guys. So it's real organic for her, which is awesome, right? So you're gonna get real feedback with the faces and the conversation and everything. So because when you think about it, like, well, for instance, I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan, right?
Boo. Sorry.
That's our son's favorite team.
Yeah, we kicked y'all ass. So anyway, so now our house is 49ers, right? Now that's an easy one to assimilate to because she didn't have really skin in the game. She's not really a football fan,
Okay.
I don't eat pork, right? So at first she ate pork. Now she doesn't eat pork anymore, right? So that's an assimilation, right? And it's for me, right? But not in the sense that like I'm making her do it. She's doing it because to support me in those ways. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the assimilation works. Even our friend group is more of the people that I knew before we got together. And we found that the ladies that I knew are really her friends now, but it's the same friend group. And it kind of stems from my original friend group. Of course, she still has her own friend, but those are my friends as well. But by and large, the people we hang out with, I was hanging out with previously. So that's another example of like the assimilation piece, right? But it's all and goodwill and all support, and she has to choose to do those things.
Okay,
I love it.
So, Sharnice, when you heard me say that this is what we was gonna be talking about, since he did not tell you, what was your thought to hear my wife assimilated to me?
Well, when you first hear it, you're like, wait a minute, I'm giving up everything to kind of support you. But when you really break it down, those are what he said. It's everything that I wanted to do. So it's not I'm giving up anything. This is something that I felt like I can sacrifice, I could live with. And those things is what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to have a football team that I can support my husband in and we're wearing the same things. To me, giving up pork, that's a simple thing for me to be able to say, hey, let me show you that I think it's terrible if I'm eating pork right in front of your face and you can't eat it yourself. You see that all the time where people come and they're like, oh, I don't eat this. And you're just like, I can make a very simple thing, a simple change to be able to have a husband at the end of the day. Like if it comes down to be able to eat pork, not eat pork, I'd rather eat pork to support my husband.
Or not eat pork.
Or not eat pork. That's what I meant. Not eat pork to be able to support my husband. So some of them, I feel like we need to make little changes to be able to support our husband, to be able to have a husband. Because if we sit here and just say, hey, I'm going to stick to my guns with all this, you might as well be single. You can stick to your guns all you want, but if you don't be able to give up some simple pleasures, I would say, to be able to support and have more memories together, then why not?
Right. And I think more people do it and then they realize.
Yeah.
You may do little subtle things like that and not even realize you do it or you've done it. I love it. What threw me back before we heard you guys is the football team. I don't know why that stood out. Like, wait, hold on. So you telling me she was this fan, but now because he's a fan of them, but hearing you you didn't have any skin in the teeth, and you're now. I love it. I absolutely love it. The fact that you're not eating pork because of him, it's a healthier choice. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So when it comes to your friends, do you still hang out with your friends, or are your friends welcome to, I guess if y'all go and do
so it is. I think there was a transition in my life when I met him. I'm transitioning through friends, so I'm trying to figure out what do my friend group look like. And at that time, I'm hanging out with him. I'm hanging out with his friends. So his friends became my friends, but I still have my group of friends that are here too. My girls are, when we have gatherings, my group of friends are here. I think I created my own group of friends. It's my friends plus his friends. And together, it's a group of women that we all hang out and we enjoy being together.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they both from the same place?
Where y'all
both from originally?
We from Connecticut originally.
Both of us from Connecticut, but we didn't meet until we were here in DC. So we've kind of we're in the same areas, kind of doing some of the same things, met some of the same people, but never met until recently.
Okay. So talk to me about a wife reflecting her husband.
Yeah. So oftentimes, if you're going to get to where you need to go, right, when you look in the mirror, you need to see a reflection that you agree with, right, that you're proud of, that you feel supported by, that you trust, right? And so oftentimes it's because it's called self-esteem, not we esteem, right? So if you don't feel good with that reflection, right, you're probably not going to be prosperous. So now when you get a wife, right, she has to reflect those good qualities, right? Some of the negative qualities she should help you dissipate, retract,
right.
And then help you see those positive things in you so that you can grow.
Absolutely.
So that's the reflection piece for sure.
Okay. Sharnice, you have a say on that. Is it for you the reflection of your husband? Is that just a part of the submissiveness? Now we know submissiveness is a choice. Like you all are pretty much saying here, that's a choice to be submissive. So your reflection of him, would that be under that?
I agree vice versa. Like if he's going out somewhere, he represents me.
Absolutely.
We represent each other. So if he's acting all crazy somewhere, they'd be like, oh, what's your husband doing? Like, why is he acting this way? Same way when I'm out and I'm somewhere, I'm representing my husband, I'm representing my family, and I want to make sure I'm the best representation of that. And so I'm going to act accordingly because of it.
Yeah.
And I agree that I think when you're picking a partner, you want someone, they always say your better half, all of this stuff. You're supposed to be able to support each other in whatever dreams there are. And so, of course, we're saying support your husband, but it's easy to he's the head, I'm the neck. So it's easy to be able to do that when you have someone who's able to lead and you both have the same vision and your same wants.
And for us, the thing that, so like I DJ, right? So I'm more like front facing, right? So like who I am, how people perceive me matters a little bit more in that way. So even for her, like there's more pressure a little bit. You know what I mean? Like she probably feels more because people know me, they see me. Oh, that's the DJ's wife. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So even her subconscious might even be running a little bit more.
And vice versa, though.
Right. Because that.
Sorry, baby.
Yeah, because that, just in terms of like business and the fallout that can come from it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm bugging, I'm bugging, right? It's not really gonna take away from her, but if she's bugging, they be like, this man, you know what I mean? Like it could hurt business too, so it's even more, just in terms of her having to be cognizant,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's probably more pressure. I just realized that now, just sitting here.
Right, man. It's funny that you say that because at times with us in our ministry, my wife would really have to ring me in at times. Like, boy, you know you kind of crazy. So nah,
you get it.
yeah,
Okay.
I get it.
And I agree with you. I think it's both parties.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When we are out, but then when you are the face of a business, or like you saying DJing and the wife life, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, I'm not for sure if that's she's kind of the face or y'all both are the face of that, but absolutely when you go out, you are a reflection of each other. And we say that a lot, just from a standpoint of the power of marriage, is that your marriage is going to show you. And so yeah, we reflect each other. I'm able to see you in me and vice versa, and those areas in me that need some fine tuning, that are my weak areas or my growth areas. Yeah, point those out to me so I can get better in those areas or be mindful of those areas. So now I heard when y'all met, I had to ask you this question. You only mentioned that you had one child when you had two.
Yeah.
So, and I heard your explanation for it and all of that. So, but everybody has not heard. So tell us, y'all met, you only told her about one child, and Sharnice, did you already know about the other child and you was just waiting on him to tell you?
So I end up finding out because we met through a mutual friend, and I
Can
found
you
out.
pull your mic up but just a little bit? I'm worried they may not be able to hear you.
So when I first met him, I had a first conversation, and the first conversation was about how many kids did he have? And I think I spoke first, and I was like, I don't want to date anyone that has a kid under 2, something like that. And so
you told him that?
I told him that immediately. And so he mentioned that he only had an older daughter.
Hold it.
And I go back and I talk to the mutual friend between us. And next thing you know, she's like, yeah, the little baby that's like a year and a half or something like that. And I'm like, he didn't tell me. So I went back and I kept giving him opportunities, like, yeah, what's going on with you only have one daughter, seeing if it was gonna come out, and he would not say anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you tell us why did you not tell it, because she made that made it known up front that she didn't want to date anybody? Why, if you told her about one, why you didn't tell her about the other child?
Yeah, maybe so. And I was new to navigating that space, right? Like having the children, because I was in a relationship for a while, right? So then being single and navigating that space, I'm like, okay, well, she made that statement, let me build some rapport, and then I'll tell my business as needed, as I see fit. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it was the best choice, but I'm just thinking fast, like, shit, let me try it.
Okay.
And my friend,
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Get it?
Yeah, I get it. I didn't say like, whoa, relax. I didn't say I agree. I said,
tell me what you get about that.
I get holding it for a second. Let me see if we can build a rapport, and then if I like you. If I like you, yeah, I tell it when need be. But let me see if this could work out a little bit, and then hold on. Let me let you know, I got a baby girl.
Yeah, it's like literally, like
it don't make sense. Look, people, I get it. I
do as a guy.
No. Okay. But you said you don't have to disclose everything up front. You didn't, because I heard Sharnice say, well, that's being untruthful. Like, you're not being truthful with it.
Well, omission a lie? If omission is a lie, then yes, I wasn't being truthful. But if I omitted information and that's not considered a lie, then I can share my business when I deem necessary. This is my thinking, obviously, back then.
Back then. Yeah. But and the reason that I'm bringing it up now is because you are not the only person that thinks like that. And I think for a couple that may have went into their relationship with what would say omission or not being honest about certain things and how it can, potentially be affecting them like right now. So I think it's good to kind of get an understanding of what that mindset is to go into a relationship where, okay, I'm gonna admit this. I'm not gonna say this. I give you just a little bit, but I'm not gonna give you all of it starting out. So when you found out about the other child, how did you take that, Sharnice? Like, did you feel like, okay, now I ain't gonna be able to trust this brother?
Basically, I feel like that was my ammo to be able to kind of like not talk to him. It was just not proper timing for me. I had just got out of a relationship. I already knew that I didn't want to talk to him, but we had good conversations. I didn't know how to break it to him. And so finally, when he called me at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm like, no, he did not call me at 2:00 in the morning. The only thing is open at 2:00 in the morning is legs, and that's not happening. And so finally, I was like, you have a daughter. You didn't tell me. Stop calling. Like, that's just rude. And so that was it. But I was trying to give him opportunities to tell me in between time by just dropping certain hints like, hey, do you want more kids? How many kids? Just like kind of hinting at it to see if he would be honest and just tell me. But he just never did.
Okay. Like some people.
It worked.
Some. Wow.
Put a ring on it.
Wow.
I know. And now we got two twins too. So just 4 kids later.
4 kids later. So what, like, if somebody is feeling like that is, how would y'all give advice to a couple that is dealing with that? Like, if it was omission, because some people saying, well, if it was ass, if you had it and you, that's no longer omission. How would you all advise a couple to move through this situation now if they were in it?
Yeah, I think so. With this, it's a little bit, it's impossible to hide, right? You know what I mean? Like at a point, because it's tangible. It's literally a person, you know. I think people run into issue when they're omitting things that somebody maybe will never find out until it's too late. You know what I mean? And I think that's when they have problems ongoing, right? Like if you have trauma for something, right, but you don't want to disclose it, that trauma is going to rear its head, you know, throughout that relationship and marriage, right? And if you would have confronted that type of trauma that you know affects you negatively in the forefront, you give that person an opportunity to say, I can or I cannot. You know, so I think that's key. You don't want to omit things that you know are going to rear their head, and then it's going to have a lot of fallout.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I guess with that, Sharnice, do you have something that you want to add to that?
I mean, I think it's a good learning lesson in general of being able to let go. That you have to be able to, when you're in marriage, you have to be able, things are going to happen. You're going to get upset, but you're going to have to let go and move forward, especially if the person, we had such great conversation that I didn't want to let that go because of something that to me, I could deal with another child. It wasn't at that moment. I was like, that was a no-go. But as I got to know him, I was more willing to say, hey, if it's another child, then I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You all are tuned in to the Couples Lounge Show. I'm your girl, Candace.
This is Ramon Country Boy. I just came up with that.
And we are talking to Hampton and Sharnice. They are coming to us by way of the East Coast, and we're just having a conversation about married life. And I want to talk to you all real quick about wife life. What is that? Talk to us about wife life. And I know your shirts, Hampton, says the beneficiary. So what is wife life?
So wife life is just about what it means to be a wife. I mean, at the end of the day, being a wife comes number one before your kids, before everything. It's important to have a household where I'm just realizing being a wife has so many layers. It's not just taking care of my husband, but we're cooking. It's multitasking. It's everything that we have to do. We have to take care of children. So it's really representing all those women and saying that, hey, we come together in solidarity, that being a wife, it's a lot. And we come together, we can talk, we can vent, we can do whatever, and just to understanding each other, what everything encompassed by being a wife.
So is this a podcast? Is this a group, or
it's a mix? It's a podcast where we would love to have people come in. It's also just a community that we can get together and be able to talk about different things that are happening.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I would say, what is one thing that you did not know that you wish somebody would have told you about being a wife that you had to find out?
I
know it's a lot, girl. I know.
When you think about being a wife, I guess I didn't realize that sometimes I can't put myself first. It's really making sure everyone else is good before that. So letting go. I think being a wife, if someone told me something, it's just letting go and going with the flow.
Why is that funny, Hampton?
Because she don't know how to answer the question. So she just making up shit. But so I think
you're gonna tell me what I think about being a wife.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. How you know she making that up?
She did. I just know her. So yeah, I think the putting first part is huge, right? And what that looks like the house, we had so many conversations, and it's just for, I think, all wives, especially in our community, the Black community. If somebody comes to your house and your house is a mess, Candace, they're gonna blame you or Sharnice. Mm-hmm. Right? They're not gonna blame us. Like, that's just not a thing. Even if we made all the mess, it could be our stuff everywhere. Right. Them ladies come over, they leave.
It probably is y'all stuff everywhere.
That's a fact, 100%.
And the same token, when they come to the crib and the yard is a disaster area and the cars are dirty, they looking at us. They're not looking at you. Why is her car dirty? Yeah. Why is her yard a mess?
Yeah. Yep. You know what I mean? So I think those are some of the biggest impacts, where it literally is about your house, how it's reflected, and then everybody else before her, and I think for us, it's a little bit different. Like, everybody got to eat. We're not going to starve, right? That's on me. So I put everybody first in that regard. But in terms of our day-to-day, a large part of it falls on her,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
I do know.
It's putting everyone first. And sometimes you become last. And sometimes, with that said, I feel like I've learned that I need to be able to communicate with my partner. Not communicating with my friends, not communicating with anyone else. The only person who can fix anything in my relationship is communicating with him about whatever is going on, because the day-to-day goes so heavy on me. Sometimes it becomes a lot. Hey, I need help. I need this. And so it's really learning how to communicate when I need to be put first and taking a break and things of that nature. So that's what I've learned.
And that is really big, that piece of speaking to your spouse about when you need help and when you need support, because a lot of women will take it on feeling like, well, this is my role, this is what I'm supposed to do, and she is drowning because she won't speak up, to her spouse. So that is very, very critical to just speak, because they won't know if we don't ever speak up, and then we mad at them, but they don't even know that we need the help.
And then we're venting to friends and all this other stuff, and the friends can't fix anything. And we're always saying, hey, we're strong, we're the strong people, but sometimes we need to say, no, we also come first. So you really need to communicate, because I'm pretty sure your spouse is willing to help, but they don't know because they didn't say anything. We did not communicate. So it just shows why communication is so important in marriage, a relationship. If you're in a relationship, start now with learning how to communicate with your person. Don't wait until marriage and say, well, when I'm married, I'll say something. No, practice communication with whoever you're with now, because it's just so important.
Right. And I think what helps too, if we both have the mindset, if you have the mindset, I got to put him first, I'm going to put him first, but he have the mindset, let me make sure my wife has this and my kids have this and that first before I do. We're both doing it, and we'll both be happy that way. If I just have the mindset, me, give me, take care of me, I'm going to have an unhappy wife in the end.
Yeah. Is this both of you all's first marriage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So are y'all in y'all 30s?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Mon always says he feels like it's harder if people were to get married after they was single for a minute and then got married?
And let me explain why. I always felt like if I'm in my 30s, it's harder to get married opposed to my early 20s. And I say, this is why. At this point, you've come accustomed to doing everything on your own. I don't really probably need a chick. Financially, you don't really need a brother to help. You stuck in your ways. You could have some trust issues. Like I done been there, done that. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm a little.
It might just be just him.
I just feel like it would be a little harder at that time, because you could be stubborn and get comfortable at a certain point to where allow someone into your space now is more difficult at a certain age.
Yeah, I think he's on. I mean, think about even like the science behind it, right? Geriatric pregnancies at 35, right? So women just getting in relationships 30 is kind of pushing it, right? Because now you got 5 years to develop that relationship with that person and then have a kid. Essentially, I mean, you can still have kids after, but the risks go up. So even the science supports that understanding, you know. I agree, right? I think that the focus in our community is so different for our women, right? They're not really looking to be wives per se. They're looking to travel, be educated, work, so on and so forth. And then being a wife and being in a relationship kind of gets put on the back burner, even in subconsciously.
Right.
Like 30% of men under 30 are virgins. People think men are like running around this, that, and no, it's hard for us to get cheeks. Women can get cheeks anytime, you know what I mean? Whenever they feel like it, So no, I think there's certainly something to it for sure.
Okay. How has marriage benefited you? Each one of y'all. How has marriage made a difference, a positive difference in your life? Y'all went from saying they've been married for 2 years. So short period of time to be able to tell what the difference has made.
And also, just before she answers, on top of that, Candace, we started dating July 5th, 6th maybe.
Okay.
Of 2019. We got married in February 2020. So our timeline is only 2.5 years. Like I knew her, but so just to give everybody even more context.
That's 6 months. We got married within 6 months. And the best decision I've made. And I always said when I met him, he's everything I wanted and everything that I needed. What I didn't even know that I needed. I needed someone he speaks up, he's boisterous, he's brave, he's willing to take risk where I'm not willing to take risk. I like security. But I feel with him, I'm able to be brave. I'm able to speak up more. I'm able to take those risks because I have him behind me. And anytime I want to do anything, he goes full force. It's not zero. He literally puts 100% into anything that I want to do. And so to have someone so supportive like that and willing to change, I give him feedback. I say, hey, you're not doing this right. I'm communicating, and he's willing to change. I'm the one who's worried that I'm stuck in my ways and not willing to change. And I'll be the one that's the purpose of our downfall because he's so willing to make so many changes. So I'm so happy. I'm appreciative to be able to have someone like that, supportive.
Okay.
Have y'all had?
You ain't gonna let him answer?
Oh, my bad. My bad, my brother. My bad, my brother.
It's all good. The comfort is key, because like Ramon said, you've been grinding for so long, and I've been through a bunch of different situations, so I've seen a lot to where I'm like, I know I'm tough, like physically, I put myself through a lot of stuff, self-inflicted stuff, and things just happen. And then you living through, like, we live in DC. We're not from here, building up, just the reputation and just going through it. So when you add somebody to it, like the comfort and the relief that she brought and still brings is something that I never even knew that it existed almost. I didn't even know that I needed it, like when you get home and she's there, even if I come in grumpy or whatever the case is, like I just feel better. You know,
That's
like I
awesome.
think that's the best thing that I could say.
And I feel this too, though. When you get married, when you're older, your marriage can be a lot smoother. Some of the mistakes that you make early on in your marriage when you get married young, you won't necessarily make
That's
at
true.
35.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, early on, we've been married 19, it'll be 20 years in July. We've been together 27 years. With that being said, we had a bump in the road our second year in our marriage where it kind of got a little rough. It got ugly for a second. With that being said, have y'all had a bump in the road? Like, man, have you had a rough patch in your marriage?
Are y'all still in the honeymoon?
Yes.
I think the rough patch was when we first got married, because I mean, for us, our timeline is a little different. We were dating for 6 months, so yes, we felt like we knew each other, but I still think there were so many things that we still had to learn about each other, living with each other every day, because we didn't really live with each other every day. So there's so many other things and other factors, and you don't realize, or you can't. It's hard to dive deep in every single subject within 6 months. It's hard to get, he comes with 34 years of experience in life, and I come with 32 years of experience. So bringing those two together and thinking that everything is going to be great, that's just impossible. We're two individuals coming together, trying to be one and trying to be on the same accord with all of that 32 and 35 years of stuff together.
Yeah, but you done changed my age 3 times. How old am I?
36. I didn't even say the right name at all.
34, 35. Jesus. Yeah. I think like, and even like just like specifically, like my belief system changed like not too far before I met her. You know? So
in what way, my brother?
Sir?
And you say belief system, in what way did that change?
Yeah, so I believe that we are the real Israelites of the Bible. So that comes with a lot, you know, and I was navigating that, and then me and her, and then, you know, just developing. So like even like holidays, right, is a hot topic for us, you know, like pagan holiday, you know, just the whole rigmarole, going through all of that, you know. But like she said, she's been doing Christmas since Christmas, you know, since 32 years old, you know. So then I'm like, the hell with Christmas. But I come from a Pentecostal background, right, where Christmas is huge too, you know. But I'm, like she was saying, I'm not really gray, you know. Like if I make a decision, I'm there, you know. But I just have to be more empathetic to that. But even that, every time that the holidays, so-called holidays, start coming, you know, you could feel the little like
tension. Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking, is she gonna ask me about a Christmas tree? Is she not? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And that's just an ongoing thing, you know. So, yeah.
So how do y'all compromise in that area on the holidays that she still believes in, and when you don't, how do y'all compromise? Or is it go back to her kind of like how we started off, kind of the assimilation, like she just kind of falls in line with what you have said?
Well, so yeah, so no, it's ongoing. like the first year, we made like t-shirts and stuff. So I put like Merry So-Called Christmas, right? And you know, to just try to like, and we put up a tree, you know, but my heart isn't in it, and so the vibration isn't there, right?
Right, the energy out.
Yes, ma'am. And so we put up the tree last year also. This year, she took it upon herself to not even mention the tree, you know, in compromise and righteousness, but it didn't leave her feeling, you know, the feeling that she wanted, but she tried. So we did Hanukkah, you know. She made a concerted effort in that, you know. But even still, we got Easter coming up. And for her, it's not about the resurrection. It's not about Jesus, so you know, the birthday. It's just about the feeling, you know. So I try to process it like maybe I can separate the two.
Okay.
But then when you use the word Easter, that's a Greek goddess name, right? So it just throws me off automatically.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Y'all got some stuff y'all working through.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's still ongoing. I think it's all about compromise. Where are you willing to give? Where are you willing not to give? And trying to figure out what makes both of us being able to be happy and be able to live with our
Yep.
kids and being
Absolutely.
What about your families? Do y'all get along with your in-laws? How is everything copacetic in that area?
Oh yeah. Everybody is. So God bless her dad. Her mom died when she was 10. And then her father, he's a little bit older. So but nah, he's awesome. My family's awesome. Her brother, for the most part, I would say, but correct me if I'm wrong, raised her along with her sister-in-law. But yeah, they're like, was your brother turning 50 next week? So they kind of young, so they still party with us, but nah, everything is like love, like super
already.
Yeah, I'm very thankful. I'm great with my sister-in-law. It's always the sisters that you're always worried about when you're getting married. Was like they're protective over the brothers and things of that nature. I'm really close with the sister-in-law, and his parents are great. I mean, they're hilarious. And so I was very thankful to be able to come into a family. And that was one of my big things, especially not having my mom, to be able to come into a family where I feel like that person is like my second mom. I can call her for anything if I need to. And so for her to be able to take me in and see me as her daughter was just something I was looking for.
One thing is wrong with her brother. He's an alpha. So he's corny as hell, but
Right. Everybody can't be a Kappa, man, so you can't really hold that against.
Are you Greek, Hampton?
Yeah, Ramon, you just went too early in the year. You would have waited till November. You would have been all right.
No, man. Let me ask you this question. So what are you introducing your children to? Are you introducing your children to the Israelites and that belief? And does my sister have an issue with that? Or how's that when it comes to your children?
So the two, you want to go? Good. With me?
Oh, good.
So the baby, they're only 4 months.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yep. So Georgie, well, her name's Royal. I call her Georgie because I think she looks like George Foreman. So she's
your
4.
daughter.
Yeah. So her nickname Georgie. The world knows her as Georgie. So she's 4. But if you ask her what color is Jesus, she'll say black.
Good.
Some of the heavy stuff, right? Like how we believe about other people and things of that nature. Not quite yet, but she knows all her dolls are black or Hispanic, so on and so forth. She likes wearing dresses, things of that nature. Once you break down it, you understand that women can wear pants if you go into the Hebrew, but some of the brothers think they can't wear pants, stuff like that. But yeah, certainly like teaching them the truth, what we deem the truth. And it's just the laws of the Bible and then like who our creator is, who we believe in, who we worship, so on and so forth. So yeah, certainly.
Okay. So y'all haven't.
I just want the experience of the holidays. I love looking at maybe baskets and coloring eggs. It wasn't necessarily the meaning behind it. So I'm completely supportive of the Israelite way. And of course, teaching our kids the way of life based on the Bible and the way that the Bible should be read. So yes, I'm very supportive. I just want to be able to have those experiences.
She want to paint eggs.
I want to paint eggs. I want to dress them
and wrap gifts and
wrap gifts and open gifts and things of that nature.
Okay, somebody posed the question for you. I'm gonna post it.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't believe that they're all one person, so to speak. We understand that there are 3 persons. Like the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. The Most High God is the Most High God, and Jesus is Jesus. So we don't worship Jesus. We only worship God, but we love Jesus for what he did for us. Okay. And we know that he's the King of Kings. You know what I mean? Okay. And anybody can get not anybody. We believe that Israelites can get the Holy Spirit, like at Pentecost and Acts, So we do believe that can come on us for sure. But, we don't just based on what the Bible says, it's 3 separate entities.
Look, that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. I was about, because I was listening to something and I had a aha, but yeah, that's gonna take us to a whole nother conversation
next time, right?
Yeah, and we're not gonna dive into it, but it was said pretty much what Hampton said. I guess this guy was talking to somebody about the Trinity, And he was breaking it down like what Hampton said is that there is 3 when it says we are as one. The Greek one means on one accord.
Yes.
And so I had never heard it like that.
Okay.
But I guess that's kind of how I always saw it anyway. That those are 3 different. Well, I would say since I've done my spiritual, doing my spiritual thing. So that's why I say, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. That'll take us somewhere. We'll be on this thing another hour.
Yeah, no doubt. Just on that real quick, we can sew it up. But like, if people think it is, I ask the question: does God have a God? Right? I don't think anybody thinks God has a God. Right?
Right. Yeah. No.
So then when they say Jesus is God, when you guys get a chance, go to Revelation 3, start at verse 12, and then Jesus says "my God" in the verses around there. So Revelations 3, start at 12, just read up, and then it'll kind of give more clarity. But we could do that another day.
Right. So, and I know we're getting ready to come to an end, but Hampton, I know you say you are a DJ, so I'm assuming you are a popular DJ because you like this. The face is my business. How does that play a role in your marriage when you have that type of that celebrity status or that status when you are the face and you're around and you're around women and
I'm assuming you're out late and it's night.
That too.
Right, coming home early in the morning. If you will.
Yeah. So how do y'all navigate that space in your marriage?
Well, I think just kudos to her, right? Because she makes it easy, because it could be as difficult if she was willing to make it. But before we popped out these 2 twins, she used to come all the time too. You know what I'm saying? But then obviously, you keep your ring on, just regular deterrence, right? And when I DJ, I play songs for like 20 seconds at most. Like I play 1,000 songs in a night. So I'm not really even like looking up or running around, like I'm like in it, So I think with her, she just makes it easy,
The word is trust. That's it. At the end of the day, I trust my husband. I can't control him, but he knows what he has at home. I trust that you are going to make the right decision. Sometimes he forgets his ring home and he's out. And at the end of the day, ring or no ring, you know that you're married. You know that what you have at home, you know what you can lose at home by doing and entertaining other things. And so I trust in you that you're going to make the best decision for our family. And if you don't make the best decision for our family, it will be known. People will let you know. And as we said, he's a representation of me. So when you're out here and you're communicating, it's going to be about business because someone will say something. And I know that I have nothing to worry about because it'll come up on his own. And he has to do what he has to do, which is making the best decision for our family. Know the reason why you're there is to be able to provide for your family, not to be able to be in the spotlight, not to meet different women and things of that nature. And that's the purpose of him going. And so for him to be grounded in the purpose, which is to provide for your family versus to try to be in the spotlight. And I think that's what I appreciate about him. He's not like, hey, look at me. Excuse me, you got to know who I am. I'm the best DJ. No, people come up to him because of his work speaks for himself. He has a great personality. He's very personable, which if I wasn't grounded and trusting and I know that he only looks at me, that can cause a rift. That can be scary. But he lets it be known all the time that I'm his wife, makes me feel confident. So I have no problem him coming home at 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
And I was just gonna say that, like, that's a peace of mind for you, like to know I trust you. Yeah. Whether you got this ring on, because some people will make a big fuss. Oh, you forgot your ring. Oh, and y'all in a full-fledged argument. And so I get that. I trust you. You got to make the right decisions. That even goes with, you trying to tell people who they friends should be. At the bottom line, it don't matter who you hanging around.
No.
You the one married. You know what, like you said, what you have at home. It's on you to represent this union like you supposed to represent it, represent yourself. And so the trust that you have in him, that type of peace that you can have while he do what he do, that's gonna be so helpful in what y'all got going on to where you're not even stressing him out to where, you know what I'm saying, where he out trying to do what he do, and he got to worry about getting home to you and you tripping. So, oh my God, that's like bomb to even hear that. And the confidence that you have, the confidence that you have in yourself to say, oh, you know what you got here.
Yeah. I'm watching you know how what support, like he said, you know what support looks like, you know what comfort looks like, you know what home. I'm home. It's not the place, it's me. I'm home. So when you
like that.
Look, I'm gonna steal that for the marriage conference. Let's go with my part, girl. You are home.
Yeah, that's key. And one thing on it that makes it easier for us is we are the leaders, right? Like I'm the leader of my friend group. You know, they may not say it, but like they go as I go. You know, just being out. Like we play flag football. Like the teams, like I created the team. You know, I'm the most like just outwardly popular.
Your energy,
yep.
That's
you know,
I feel.
Yeah, no, I already know.
Yeah,
you know, and just like so, our friend group even like is changing too. You know, like I think I was kind of like some of my boys were already married. You know, but then when we got married, you know, and we got pregnant. Now everybody getting pregnant, everybody proposing, everybody because the vibration is different.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that helps us because we in the front of it. You know, we ain't chasing nobody. So.
Yeah.
So I encourage guy trips. Go ahead, bye, see you later. Don't call me. Call me
yes.
a little bit.
Yes. When I tell you we're the same way.
Yeah, I can trust who you are.
Yeah.
When she go on her girls trip, I told her there's 2 times she got to contact me though. When you get there, let me know you made it safe. When you get to the airport, when you're on your way back, I know my baby on the way back. Okay, I need to be there. While you're there, have fun. I'm not blowing you up and constantly. If you hit me, yes, but I don't feel it's a requirement when you go have because her and her girls her and her Delta Line sister get together once a month. They don't maybe take trips every year, but once a month, and it may go over to somebody's house and they're just cooking and coming back home. Go. Bye. Please. I'm gonna be in the backyard with a cigar, watching the game, chilling. And I know some who won't do that. And if they do it, they're constantly calling their wives. And what do you got on? Let me see. Take a picture. Let me see what you're wearing. And man, I'm not doing all that.
And it goes back to trust. When you got trust, and something else that you said, Sharnice, throughout this whole conversation is communication. If you got those 2 things, you can save yourself a whole bunch of unnecessary tension, conflict, all of that kind of stuff. You know, just be able to talk. You know.
Yeah, you can drive yourself crazy once you go down that spiral of like, what are you doing? Where are you going? All this stuff. And so at the end of the day, you want the person to have a peace of mind, not to be checking and running behind. I'm like, who wants to do that? That's a lot of energy. Energy that you don't want to have in your marriage.
No, you do not. You do not. So are y'all done with children? Oh, the twins is it? We got one more. I think you got one more in you, huh?
All girls. We got a girl team. That's
all girls, no boys.
I'm getting my tubes tied.
Once you have twins, you really say it's done.
Girl dad for real.
Twins is a whole nother. Yeah.
What'd you say, Ramon?
I said you're a girl dad for real. No boys.
No boys, man. God bless your dad. Me and Kobe, man.
Yeah. That's a blessing, though.
Yeah, no, it was when we popped, we had the gender reveal. I was sick for a week. Me and her wasn't even Facebook friends. I had to unfriend her. I said, this is crazy.
I couldn't imagine for
Did y'all know it was? I know y'all didn't know what the gender was. Did y'all know y'all was having twins though?
Yeah.
You knew the twins? Okay.
Yep.
Wasn't planned. We planned for one and went there, and they told us it was 2, and we're both looking like dead in headlights.
But let me tell you this, bro. The older the older she gets, they get, the more expensive they get, and the more of your heart they take from you. Like, it's just it's getting worse. That's how it is now. When she turned 15, 16, oh my goodness. Stop.
How old is your oldest, Ham?
She's 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Okay.
get
but
used to that now.
but I could see like the one that's 4.
Mhm.
Ramon, that's who she gonna be. My the 13-year-old, she pretty chill. Like she more like a click. She draws. She just
Okay.
she wear the baggy clothes like TL. Like she different in a way,
Right.
Like she
Right.
more laid back, But
Okay.
Georgie,
Yeah.
man.
I'm the one who has
Man.
to intervene because she has him wrapped around his little fingers, her
Yeah.
little fingers, and I have to intervene all the time
Yeah.
to let her
Yeah.
know. No. So
Yeah. I make a whole bunch of secret deals behind it. All right, baby. Don't tell your mama. I go and buy this for you.
that's exactly how it's going to be.
Yep.
Lord have mercy. Well, thank y'all for
Yes,
this conversation. Thank y'all for y'all honesty.
Yes.
And just being true to your relationship. But I do want y'all to let people know where they can find y'all, follow y'all. So talk about Wife Life and hype that up for the people real quick so they can go and
if you need a DJ, someone that's in that particular area need a DJ, how can they get in contact with you for that as well?
Yeah, no doubt. So at DJ Hamp, my first name is Hampton, so the first 4 letters at DJ Hamp. We live in DC, so I DJ in PG. I got a couple weddings to do in Baltimore in the next couple months. I do clubs, weddings, funerals, don't matter to me.
you say funeral. I'm gonna put it in the chat afterwards.
Yep. And then Wife Life at wifelife.style on Instagram. Is the where you can kind of track it. So she puts a lot of day-to-day up there, her with the twins, her just her. And the recording will restart shortly in terms of like recording a podcast, the daily, the daily releases and episodes. And then my podcast is called This Might Be Risky. So we air it live. We use StreamYard also on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. And then, obviously the live stream, then I break down the episodes based on this, particular topics. And we talk about any and everything. And it's pretty uncut, like no holds bar. So, that's kind of, what we do and how you can reach us.
Okay.
And we will my wife will put all of this in the chat for those who are watching and listening right now. So if you didn't get a chance to write it down, we will put it all in there so you can have all their information.
And hopefully we'll get to kind of link up when we come up there on the 26th of March. So because the Married Chicks Conference is in Baltimore. So hopefully we'll get to some hook up. We'll be up there Friday morning. So
Ramon, you coming too?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Yeah,
no
we
doubt.
definitely, and I definitely when I was looking at the commercial, first thing I'm like, babe, you should go.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk more about it for sure.
Okay. Thank y'all. Thank you. What a great conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Please, y'all don't hold. I mean, everybody's not blessed to be a Kappa man, so don't hold this against this brother. I just want to throw that out. He seemed like a real good dude. Don't hold that against him.
Lord have mercy.
Oh man.
Y'all make sure y'all go and follow DJ Hamp, Wife Lifestyle. This Might Be Risky podcast.
Yes,
and just what I'm telling y'all, if it can help your marriage, follow it, support it, because as you do marriage, you need that type of support. You need advice. We all in this together. We can all learn from each other because we all have different experiences.
Absolutely.
And we come with different things to the table.
And that's one reason why we do this. We'll bring guests in. We're not just trying to promote the couples lounge, if you will. We want to bring other couples in who doing what we're doing, who are successful. Black love is something we're promoting, want to be guilty of, help promote. So just to see another black couple doing and supportive and loving each other the way y'all are, my brother, my sister, I absolutely love it. If there's anything else we can do to help support, please do not hesitate. The couples lounge is here and we will do our best.
Indeed, we appreciate it, and vice versa for sure.
And y'all keep being the leads in y'all group and being that example because it's gonna be needed.
Indeed.
All right. Thank y'all, everybody that's tuned in.
Yes,
we'll see you next week. Oh, y'all, we live next week. So y'all make sure y'all are at Smokey D's next week.
That's the live show.
As we come live, and y'all get ready for the conversation of men, you don't have the right to leave your throne. And women, we're going to talk about submissiveness.
Yep.
And for you single women, you cannot submit to everybody. I ain't gonna even get on that step right. We'll talk to y'all next week. We out.
Peace.